Finally, we will get into the action now. Let's begin the last day of the Summit 7 American Qualifier action. We are at the back end of the playoffs and about to jump into our lower bracket final matchup. Team NP are taking on Thunderbirds for the first time in this qualifier. And what is also going to be considered a quick rematch of the grand final of the Epicenter qualifiers. This is going to be a doozy of a day. We have Digital Chaos waiting in the grand final after this to duke it out in a best of 5, all for one qualifier spot to make the trip out here to California to hang with the chillest and best Dota land of the year. No bias, of course. I'm Coddle Guy. You might know me as Dakota. Going to be coming out from the Beyond the Summit studio. And I'm going to be joined once again from my partner in crime, Lacoste, all the way of Croatia. Hello, my friend. How you feeling today? We're starting just a little bit earlier than normal because we might have more Dota than any other day. Hello, Lacoste. Can you hear me? Lacoste, I see I'm coming through the Discord, but I do not hear you. I do not see you transmitting back to me.
10 seconds
Hello,
remaining.
my friend. Okay, it looks like we may have lost
5 seconds remaining.
Lacoste at the moment. So I will try my best to continue to reach out to him until we get him back on board. He was just here earlier. We were doing an audio test and it was fine, but I'll wait for him to come back. Maybe he had an emergency bathroom break at the most unfortunate time. But let's get into it, guys. The hype matchup of NP versus Thunderbirds,
10 seconds
and
remaining.
NP going to be leading out with a ban. Okay, he hit me
5
back.
seconds remaining.
Hold on a second here.
Reserve time.
Can you hear me, Lacoste? He can't hear me. What? What? Why not? Let me disconnect and reconnect. Hello?
Radiant team pick.
Hello? What? Try disconnecting and reconnecting, bruh.
10 seconds remaining.
Uh-oh.
5
What?
seconds remaining.
Okay, he disconnected. Hello?
Dire team.
Hello? Oh my god, what is happening? It was just working! Okay, hold on a second here.
It's working.
Oh!
I can hear you.
Oh my god. Don't do this to me. I have been plagued with terrible, terrible luck in this room and in the other room and production-wise.
10
And
seconds
today is the most important day of the all, and it would have killed me if I was not going to be
5
able to
seconds
hear your
remaining.
beautiful voice and have the cast. I'm glad you're here now. Are you ready now for the grand
Reserve
final
time.
last day of American qualifiers?
I'm glad, but you're glad because I'm here or because my voice is like
Like an angel?
like an angel. Yeah, maybe.
That's why I'm glad. I'm glad you're here, and we're very appreciative of your excellent insight, of course. But
Thank you very much.
yes, NP Thunderbirds. I was saying before, this is the first time that we will be able to cast them playing each other in the Summit qualifier, but obviously these teams are very familiar with each other. They probably scrim together all the time,
Radiant
and
team
they did
back.
just meet yesterday in the Epicenter final, where Thunderbirds did manage to take down MP and qualify. So here's a grudge match rematch already.
Dire team ban.
Yeah, they didn't meet in Summit qualifier, but I saw the games yesterday real quickly just through the picks because I'm also a human. I need some sleep as well.
Really?
Yeah.
10 seconds
Okay. I
remaining.
thought you were a vampire, but fair
I'm
enough.
glad we actually started 1 hour earlier.
5
Yeah.
seconds
They-
remaining.
Doesn't
Yes.
mean we're going to finish earlier, though. So
Yeah, this might be an 8-game
Reserve
yeah,
time.
serious
that's the
today.
thing. You know, for one of these teams, they could be looking at an 8-game day of
Games.
Dota. You know, we get fatigued and
Radiant
tired, but the
team back.
players also are the ones that are going to be just going through a long marathon of competitive action. So we could be seeing, you know, MP or Thunderbirds trying to slam through this series as a 2-0, which would be a feat in itself, and then
team
being
pick.
as best shape possible for the best of 5 grand final. But let's actually break down some of the picks here. Look at MP's right out of the gate pickup. A page out of the complexity book, if you will, a 1-2 punch
10
of the Wisp and
seconds
Bristleback. Thunderbirds, they open up with the other prize support pickup in a
5
Treant
seconds
Protector,
remaining.
and then right away look to counter back
Enchantress.
against the Bristleback and Wisp by picking up a
Whoa.
Timber Saw, and
Radiant
now an
team
Enchantress suddenly comes out.
This is really interesting pick from NP. I don't think I saw Enchantress since Lil played it, and I surely didn't see like 6 months before that. Also
10
one of the
seconds
forgotten heroes, but with the Dragon Lance, Aghanim Scepter upgrades, I mean the
seconds
hero can
remaining.
go into super late game, transition into like heavy damage
Reserve
dealer,
time.
right clicker.
Oh, yeah. I know Owie has played this hero at least once on this team. It may have been quite a while, but it definitely
pick.
suits the Owie support playstyle very nicely. In fact, here I managed to find one 6 days ago in the Summit. They had it against their matchup against Complexity Gaming, it looks like here. That may have been the day before we started casting, I think. But in that matchup, it proved to be very successful. But I like the Thunderbirds' response already. Crystal
5
Maiden
seconds
somehow has
remaining.
found her way through the first phase. Now, this whole qualifier, she has been like the prom
Reserve
queen
time.
of draft. Always first pick right there. And here she slips her way through, and what a perfect time. She's also wonderful against that Enchantress Lacoste.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think I remember seeing Treant Protector and Crystal Maiden being paired up together.
No.
It's usually either one of them in one for the one team, one for the other. Also, look at Timber. So I mean, his high armor plus Treant Protector plus Arcane Aura. This Timber. So I just want to see where he's gonna go. I mean, we know Moon plays it, and I'm not sure
We
he
can't
likes to play it.
I don't know if he likes to play it, but he has played it, yeah.
Oh, if he has to play it, then he likes to play it, I guess.
If I must play it, I will. Sand King
Radiant
now,
team
coming
pick.
out for NP, a Mojo kind of a hero. I love Mojo's offlane hero pool, by the way. I mean, it's not guaranteed this is a Mojo hero, but, you know, it already brings me back to yesterday watching the Mojo Earthshaker. That was a great game. And
Yeah,
10 seconds
Sand
remaining.
King kind of fits that play style. He's a playmaker, he's initiator, and a huge team
5
fight.
seconds remaining.
And
What
I like the
about
matchup.
what about Mojo Earth Spirit? Oh, what was it? Ursa.
Reserve time.
Oh yeah.
Offlane.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man, he has a great offlane pool. It's a lot of fun to watch him play. I do like the
Yeah,
Sand
well-
King pickup. Very good if they do manage to. Do you think they're picking it up to hopefully get a lane matchup against the Timber Saw with that?
No, it will be solo lane sanking. In some early levels, sanking does okay, but later on with Timber, so as I mentioned, with Treant Protector heal and Crystal Maiden, I don't think sanking can do much to him. But it's definitely a solo lane safe.
It's tough
Sanking
because
with
I feel
some-
like
yeah.
both those heroes are so good in those one-on-ones, especially one-on-ones against melee heroes, that it's hard to say that when the two Titans kind of collide in that setup, who really gets the better end. But I can see what you mean. Timbersaw is certainly a beast in itself, and I don't know if MP can wiggle in some extra lockdown somehow. Sand King is really all they have at the moment on trying to, you know, really put someone in their place. Enchantress, you know, she can bring in a posse of creeps to do that, but not always a strong guarantee. Whereas we look at Thunderbirds, they got Crystal Maiden, they got Treant Protector, which is already great synergy together. Imagine a Root Freezing Field combo is going to do devastation. And, well, speak of the bear, this time
Dire
coming out
team
for
back.
Thunderbirds now. Ursa, one of the best at being able to slash through any sort of meaty melee core.
Yeah, it's Ursa really good pickup against Bristol, against Enchantress, Io, because of
10 seconds remaining.
untouchable from Enchantress. He still gets the max attack speed. Also against
5
Bristleback,
seconds remaining.
he just rips him apart from the Fury swipes. Also Io, no escape mechanism,
Reserve
and
time.
pretty much really good pickup overall. And what Ursa lacks is also mana, and Crystal Maiden also buffing that for him.
Looking like a great Ursa game here. Now we got to consider final bans. Team
10
NP.
seconds
You read
remaining.
over the Thunderbirds draft at the moment, and well, MP are feeling
Radiant
that
team
the
back.
mid laner is still to get picked up. Lena is going to get removed. MP. Wonder if they are considering for Fata on this one. This is going to be an unusual game where MP are not going to be picking up the death
10
profit
seconds
at all,
remaining.
even though it's not banned, no pick. Just one of the first games, I feel.
5 seconds
Yeah, I
remaining.
still think MP can go for hero mid like a Dragon Knight.
Oh, they banned
Radiant team pick.
Dragon Knight is not banned.
No, I was saying death profit. I was like, but Dragon Knight kind of, also one to be able to swing, push objectives, and almost, it may be a stretch to say, but kind of close
10
to a profile of
seconds
a
remaining.
Dragon Knight. Objective taker.
Yeah, but
5
looking
seconds
right
remaining.
now, NP doesn't have anything to kill that Timbersaw with.
Reserve
I mean,
time.
Bristleback can't lock him down. Io as well. Enchantress. All right, if he uses Timber Chain with Impetus, how do you say it?
How do you say what?
Impetus, is it like that?
Impetus.
How do you
Oh, no,
pronounce Impetus? I don't know.
that's what I say. Impetus.
Impetus, all right. That's some extra damage, but they don't have any burst. So their last hero must have some kind of a burst damage to that Timbersaw.
Yeah, I mean, Enchantress could evolve into being a huge amount of damage in the late game, but you don't want to bank
10
on that.
seconds
Even if it
remaining.
is in the hands of someone like Aoi, who could greed his way up to that point.
5 seconds
I don't know if you
remaining.
want to make that your insurance policy. And now,
Phew.
woo,
Dire
Tinker going to be
team
coming out
pick.
now. Looks like the Weehawk pickup here. Lasers a flying, rockets a going, marches a walking. The
Yeah, I
hero's
guess they're
annoying.
walking, yeah.
Yeah. This hero is like carpal tunnel syndrome in itself, I'm sure, for a lot of players. But
10
here coming out for
seconds remaining.
T-Birds.
Marches are marching. Maybe
Marches are marching.
would be-
5 seconds
Yeah.
remaining.
Well, in the end, we said I don't want to play that Timbersaw on mid.
Reserve time.
I'm really curious what NP is
5
gonna
seconds
pick.
remaining.
They okay.
Storm. Not really a significant amount of lockdown. Yeah, the Crystal Maiden Treant thing as acknowledged before, but you're playing around that root cooldown a bit then, and Storm Spirit, very elusive. And, it's been a while since I've seen the Fata Storm Spirit too. Usually when Envy's on the team, I'm used to seeing him actually play the hero, but, all right. What do you think about our Game 1 draft here, and if you had to give a slight advantage to one team or the other, who would you
I
favor?
think this looks like a really easy game for Thunderbirds, judging from the picks. Okay, they picked up Storm Spirit as last pick to counter that. They need to have some kind of a vision for that Tinker. They have Relocate, and
10 seconds
that's pretty
remaining.
much it. But with Treant Protector, Heal, I don't think it
5
will be
seconds
enough. Also, there's
remaining.
2 root mechanics for Storm Spirit in Crystal Maiden and Treant as well. Also, I already said about Ursa, Enchantress, Bristleback, or how good he is. And Team MP seems like they want to dominate early game and try to fit. None of their heroes are like super late game besides Storm. You can kite easily around Bristleback in the late game, and they can't put that much of a pressure with their heroes, especially against Treant Protector and Tinker. I mean, this game's gonna be either super one-sided for Thunderbirds, or they're just gonna come back because of the base defense.
We'll see if the resilience is going to be there for MP, but I would side with you a bit. It does feel like Thunderbirds have a more polished kind of a lineup that's going to be easier to execute for them. It just feels like they naturally have good counters for what MP were trying to throw together. Leading in early with the Wisp kind of does give away a little bit as far as a tell to your lineup, so Thunderbirds trying to take a full advantage of that, it would
Prepare for
appear, and
battle.
away we go already. The early TPs from supports. The ward meta is certainly real, as they are going to try to counter each other out. Good block right there from Misery to not allow Aoi to get too deep on that extra bit of vision.
So he gave a ward to a Wisp, and now Wisp is smoked and tries to go in, plays that ward, but Misery knows what's up.
Misery still hanging around even. Saksa walking on over is not going to allow them to invade. They are holding it down as hard as they can. On the other front, though, there's Envy. Not with a ward, just scouting it out as it is for now. Maybe Pi could try to make his way down there, but it looks like they've handed the ward back out again, unless they... Oh, they decide to plant it on their side, it looks like.
30 seconds to battle.
And now Envy and Pi cross paths with Misery here and try to beat him down a little bit, you know. Just a welcome to the game.
Yeah, Bristleback, well, from what we saw yesterday and in the previous days, when Bristol is picked, he needs some kind of a mana region. It's either Io or Crystal Maiden, because he's pretty much useless without mana pool.
Yeah. And let the charge begin. It is time to get underway, folks. This is the final day of pretty much the Summit 7 qualifiers. Right now, we have the grand final going on over in the Europe qualifier, an exciting matchup of Na'Vi versus Empire. I believe they're currently in Game 3, and it's Na'Vi with 2 wins already. So they're just 1 win away from getting their qualifier spot to come out to Los Angeles, while we are just about to begin the American qualifier action. This is the lower bracket final. Winner of this moves on into the grand final to face Digital Chaos in a best-of-3 matchup.
Yeah, you said you want to see Timbersaw against SK on top. Well, you can watch the lane. I'll watch the bottom.
Fair enough. Bottom is probably where the action's really going to be breaking out. This top lane could turn into nearly a win-win situation, and both these off-lane players are actually, I don't know, I would almost say matchup near equal in skill, with maybe a bit more experience going the way of Mojo. He's been around the block for a while on many, many teams during his time in Dota, but it is going to be an exciting off-lane one-on-one to watch. And for mid lane as well, Weeha's Tinker versus Fata's Storm is going to be an interesting one to watch unravel. For now, Fata is getting the upper hand, but Tinker's levels will be coming together, and he'll have more nukes to fire out.
Yeah, Storm Spirit, really high CS, 7 CS already against Laser. He's doing a good job on that mid lane.
Yeah.
Also, Pylai already stacked Forest, 1 camp, couldn't manage to stack the other one as well, but still, it's decent.
Kind of see that with those Bristleback games. Stacking up that camp, stacking up the Ancient camp will probably happen too, just so he gets to that point where the Bristle can just turn his back and spam his way towards some more levels and some more farm. Resolution is still able to kind of claw his way into some good CS. The Quills at the time don't seem to be irritating him a whole lot. Plus, he's been able to pick up the magic stick like you do against the Bristleback, and that helps things a lot. Currently, the runes are going to be coming out, and it is going to be Saksa with it, and he starts running down the ball. It's
top lane.
Highlight eye, but top lane. MSS and Mojo trading it out. Now some outside interference. Owie looks to step in. Double Hadouken to fly, and that is your first blood.
AOI build an army to Satyrs and and 1 Wild Wing.
Yeah, he nursed that camp. Usually we see Enchantresses just take the 1 creep, smoke, and do hit up that mid lane. Now we've been kind of in the dark for a couple of minutes there, and then, well, the first impression he makes is a doozy.
Yeah, and also SK went for like super aggressive build. He wants to make kills on that lane with Orb of Venom. So extra slow, extra damage over time.
Yep. Now Moon makes his return to the lane, but MSS is already 1 level ahead of him. He starts softening him up a bit, hits him with the Burrow Strike. Now he's moving forward here. Moon does not have Timber Chain yet, so he's just going to have to eat all the shots. He does have reactive armor, but it's not going to be enough to withstand the power of the second Burrow Strike. And now maybe just kind of cringing a bit that he doesn't have that Timber Chain. I mean,
he went for... Say it.
I was saying, I mean, can you really blame him, though, because maybe he was just expecting it to be that one-on-one matchup.
Well, yeah, there's an Enchantress. Maybe he thought they would focus on the mid or on bottom lane. Okay, Pylai die. Seems like he's about to die.
Oh, he got popped for sure. Zoxa will be able to move in with the final right click. He has got that Nature's Guise. It's the pickup of level 2, and they strike early. And it is going to be the first kill for Thunderbirds at the moment.
Double damage.
He's still leading ahead.
Okay, there is Timber Chain. 10 reactive armor. Is it gonna be enough? He has 1 more mango. Character Shrine.
MSS is putting down Moon ever since he got the assistance from Owie. MSS is in total control of this top lane at the moment. And they're not even letting up, just going from one to the next. Aui currently smoked, and they're looking for a setup towards the mid lane. Misery is here, but they have eyes for Weehaw. They cross on over, but it's going to be unfortunately too late.
Bristleback moved to Forest. Seems like they can't stand on the lane anymore. Io has a bottle and boots ready. Saksa just scouting. He'll probably just try to body block the camp.
Yep, looks like he will too. Boom. Envy will move back down and quickly realize there's someone hanging around here. Aui moves in. MSS gets another takedown of Moon. We're going to witness Saksa make it away, but another one, another drop.
Radiant's top tower
0 and 4 for Moon already. This top lane is hurting.
Yeah, AOI with that Enchantress already in 3 kills, and MSS in 4 out of 4 kills on that lane. He's out-leveling that Timbersaw by 2 levels, 6 against 4.
Misery's up here now. Would it have helped a bit if Misery came up here a bit sooner? He had to be at the attendance to the bottom lane and the Ursa a bit, but it felt like Ursa now is left to his own devices. Look at this.
Oh,
Saksa steps in and gets the pop onto Pi. Envy eats a lot of damage from the neutral camp. He actually pops a salve and it gets quickly canceled. But to his benefit, MSS will rotate over and knocks him down with a borrowed strike. He is now dominating 4-0.
MSS is everywhere, all over the map. Top, mid, bottom, wherever it's needed.
It's just over 6 minutes in. He's got his arcane boots, a good plethora of starting items here, even including some raindrops, and now can move into a blink dagger. And he's like, hi, Resolution, how's it going? Move in a bit. Resolution tries to turn and fight, but once he sees Envy and the rest of the posse approach, he looks to run, but they're looking to dive. And there's the second Burrow strike coming in, and there's the finish. MSS continuing to make his impact across the map.
Oh, Maiden is also gonna die.
Oh, they've been able to spot her out. They turn around the corner, they hit her once again, and they get it done. Mega kill for MSS as Misery's gonna get dropped. 7-2 already for MP.
Wow, MSS, look at the numbers. He is level 7 for 7 minutes and in 7 kills at Dota Summit 7.
All right, you need to relax over there. All right, this isn't Vegas, okay? Can you calm down with the 7s or something? This is ridiculous. I actually haven't seen a better start for a Sand King really in my days. And now 1,200 gold, working towards the Blink Dagger. This kid is hot right now. And they're thinking about diving again. Envy walking on forward. Pi's here. There goes our epicenter. Resolution's going to be forced to pop the ulti. If he could turn around and get the kill on Mojo, it would be a good purse of gold, but he can't do it. And the quills continue to stack. He's going to be forced to hide within, but now their creep wave does settle in, but Saksa is able to rotate over, and that's when MP take their leave. Almost able to get another takedown. They are feeling it. But Thunderbirds fend off from that one. The best thing going for him at the moment, just I guess it's going to be Fata. Is Fata able to kind of bring in enough at this point to be able to make an impact on the other lanes and get this game back even?
Fata is dominating the lane, dominating the CS chart, 49, and he's making a move on top. Can they kill Enchantress with Timbersaw? Not enough damage, actually.
Jump in from Fata, looking to go for the finish onto Misery here. Even with living armor, it's not going to be enough. He gets quickly taken down. Fata is just making it even better for MP. I have a hard time finding what is really going right for Thunderbirds in the early game at the moment.
Well, at least Timbersaw got some farm and XP on top lane since SK moved to bottom lane and pressured it. I mean, they lost the tower on bottom, so map is pretty open for NP right now. And Sand King is getting really close to that Blink Dagger, 700 gold away.
Just crazy. And I imagine MP, even with the lineup they put themselves in, they're not going to be looking to slow down one bit. This isn't a lineup that you can start coasting and playing the economy game and just fall back on some sort of late game hero. This is a lineup that's pretty much go, 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 and could use the benefit of this snowball here. As they burst through the nearby jungle camp, they might decide to continue to truck on forward and pressure down the remaining tier 1s while they have this momentum behind them.
Yeah, but they really did well on that top lane and bottom lane, but Envy couldn't find that much farm. He is sitting on 30 CS, he has only power treads ready. So that might be the timing on Tinker bots will be crucial for Thunderbirds. If he doesn't die in the next 2 minutes, he's gonna get it, and then the defense starts for them.
That'll help, it will. But again, on the other side though, you'll have MSS with a Blink Dagger. Look how mobile he's been already.
Smart money.
Just got to make sure, or at least Weeha needs to make sure about his positioning and maybe just working around their own bits of vision so that he doesn't risk getting caught out. You don't want to be jumping around to side lanes only to be feeding over more kills. Moon is going to fend off the continued pressure coming in from the top lane at the moment, but we have found a bit of a slower roll coming out from MP at the moment. Level 6s are going to get pushed for, it seems. Pi is still only level 4. So
is there any stacks? There is one stack. Anything on the other side? No. Oh, they smoked. They want to go. MSS has a Blink Dagger ready, and now it's time to go. Also, BOT is finished on the Tinker, so they can be there once they initiate.
Yeah, he already uses them, heads back to the mid lane. The rest of the team is on the high ground nearby. It looks like maybe considering a move from Resolution towards the Roche pit. They have him around the area, but it looks like a full journey towards the top lane is going to be in order here. It's only Owie in the lane, and he's trying to build his way towards a Midas buildup. Man, he eats a hard shot now, loses about half his life, and that's when they make their move. Easy Frostbite setup. And Thunderbirds will get their execution and try to push this into a tier 1 takedown.
If you watch closely what's going on when Misery is playing, I mean, that guy, I think he is one of the best of reading the enemy movement and how to move, and predicting what enemy team is gonna do next.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He always pretty much pings out on the minimap where enemy team is, especially during the smokes.
Definitely seeing a lot of good trends of the shot caller position working nicely in that support position, you know, even with Digital Chaos and Bulba swinging over to that spot. Also being the shot caller for their team, it allows them to kind of get a better lay of the land, if you will. And
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Kind of make those calls for the team.
Structures
Thunderbirds have a lot of great deep vision here. Look at their wards at the time. I mean, 2 already in the MP turf, 1 down.
That's three on the enemy side. They see everything in the forest.
See Owie moving around. Even Saxa a bit deep at the moment. Still not with his level 6 either here, so hoping to get a hold of those roots. It would help lock someone like Fata Storm Spirit down.
Tower is under attack.
And okay, now Weeha to the top lane here. They're still stalking Fata.
They're gonna go on Fata.
All right, Saxa's looking to walk on in. He got his level 6, does not commit in with the roots. Fata is able to spot him out and makes the quick double jump out from trouble. And Thunderbirds will be able to move in and claim their first tower of the game. So a little bit of extra pocket change going to be going around to them. You know, considering already all the kill power that had been going the way of MP at the start of this game, this is certainly not the worst thing ever for Thunderbirds. If you look overall, they're pretty much winning the farming game. And now they're even making the move into the pit, it would appear. They're going to get rid of the Owie Centaur that was scouting it, but you could just tell that Thunderbirds are still feeling pretty good.
Yeah, they're lacking 5 kills, but still they have what, only 300 gold less net worth than NP.
Saxa to the bottom, they jump and they actually catch him with the dust, but he headed out the other direction. And they're not going to be able to spot him. They even look like they popped the scan too to see if he was there. So it looks like Saxa will be able to totally dodge a bullet on this one. He's gone from trouble, and the rest of MP will pressure back this top lane, it looks like, for now. So things have kind of slowed down a little bit for MP, maybe recognizing that they have to get, you know, their supports to level 6, and Envy also had been falling up behind a little bit in the farm at the early game, so he has some stacks to kind of work his way through. And he's going to be going right for the Solar Crest.
Yeah, Roche time. I mean, they scouted it with the creep. This is the second attempt from Rezo with Vlad's. They have enough damage to just take it. I'm not sure NP will even contest it.
Doesn't look like it. Bristleback's close, but he's doing the ancient camp at the moment, so this seems to be a freebie for Thunderbirds. And what do you think would be the best case for them to put this Aegis to work? Are they going to be nursing it for now and building up some farm and doing the slower kind of a thing, or do you think Thunderbirds might get more proactive with it?
Well, they need to get some levels up on Timbersaw as well. I'll think they'll just try to get a fight and finish that mid tower, which is 150 HP right now. So they want to fight. I mean, they're not afraid to fight, even though they don't have the blink yet on Ursa. 50 gold away. Once he gets it, they will be on the run.
He's thinking about maybe moving in on Owie, but they could be moving on to him too if they could put him off. Oh, look at this. MSS has been spotted, and that's when they're going to relocate on in and go for the easy pick onto Misery. Now Resolution charges on forward, as it's going to be Thunderbirds looking to try to go for a counter fight. Pi is going to take Fata back with him, and MP will take their leave.
They only got the poor Crystal Maiden.
Yeah.
A lot of commitment for that.
Space, forced out rotations, and stalling more time for Aegis. It's not the most impressive thing ever, but MP get a cute little pick off, and MV can kind of continue to do his
Oh,
thing.
they found
no!
the stack.
Yeah, Weehaw walks right in while MV's trying to bird on through the stack, and he's chasing him down. He's going to need some assistance from Pi, and Thunderbirds are like, this looks good. They're going to take this money away, but look what's happening down the river. Oh, it's Misery again. He's getting jumped and dunked underwater. And Thunderbirds will clean up the rest of those ancient camps, though. Oh, Resolution is going to be forced to step away. And then he jumps back in to take it. Oh, will he pay for it, though? He looks to run back. MSS hides under the sandstorm, and now Pi joins their side. But okay, they'll let him go. And he's testing him a bit. But that was good money taken away from Thunderbirds. Or good money taken away from NP by Thunderbirds, rather.
Yeah, well, Envy has that Solar Crest finished. Needs to get that Vanguard as well to block some damage from Ursa. And some mishits from Solar Crest, of course.
Also, don't know if it was acknowledged yet, a Solar Crest will be coming out for Thunderbird's side. It looks like Zaxa already has his medallion and is queued up the Talisman next. Envy has rotated down to the bottom lane. As he shows himself, we could be seeing an approach come in from Misery and Resolution. They're already smoked, and they're eyeballing this bottom lane, and it looks like they're going to be going for it. They are heading on in. Rotations are going to be coming out as well from Wii, and they get things started onto Envy. He has little help nearby, and eventually they'll root him down and take him apart. Pylai dies rotated in, and he has to tether his ass the hell out of there.
Yeah, but meanwhile, they're making good rotations, and they're just giving Moon enough time to get back into the game. He's just farming 90 CS right now. Storm Spirit has his Bloodstone finished. Moon will have his...
I'll take your
okay, he has enough gold actually to get it.
over here now.
So it's still good timing, even though he was 4 and a 0 on a laning stage.
Well, Fata now does have his Bloodstone. He's already queued up, looking to go for the Orchid next, but it could be fighting time now for MP. I don't know if they're going to be able to be successful with long jump from Fata straight across the lane, and he's already going to be down a good amount of mana. They may end up having to just settle for Crystal Maiden if they can even get that. It's actually going to be Return Fire coming out. Resolution popping the ulti, committing on in with the living armor. They shred right through Bambi and take her down. Resolution will try to head to the low ground, move in. Epicenter going to be there from MSS, but damage mostly mitigated. He tries to step out, but he will get dropped. That mega kill streak going to be handed over to Weehaw now, and this is Thunderbird's time. Running on in as they get the finish, follow up a third, going to get dropped, and the rest of MP are forced to evacuate the hell out of there.
Yes, Aegis is still on. They really can't fight into those roots. And, okay, TBirds even got 2 charges for that Bloodstone. Storm didn't get anything. Again, they tried to go for Crystal Maiden, but good armor from Treant. And Yeah, we expect this game from Maiden to actually get max Frostbite because of the Storm Spirit, so he can't get out.
All right, can MP salvage this? They jump on in, looking to go for the resolution Aegis, and they'll get it. As he comes back for the second life, we'll have to see how Thunderbirds look to react. Early Chakram going to be dished out from Moon. They dish it back. Resolution, though, eating a lot of damage. Commits the ulti to shrug it all off. A living armor also going to be there, and it looks like this big bad bear has made his way out. MP, hard commitment, but only going to be taking the Aegis for it.
So you actually get a charge for killing a Aegis.
Looks like it.
Killing a hero with Aegis.
Fata.
Old and sweet.
Because they didn't kill Misery. That would be the only other thing.
No.
That Misery died and then just suddenly came back already, and he didn't. So yeah, you get a charge for Aegis.
Well, at least you learn something new every day.
It's one of those things. It's like I just don't know if I've never really noticed that was a thing, or if that's a new thing that managed to slip in. The same way that we suddenly see ally chat now. You know, it's like, okay, well, good to know. Here we go, Fata. Slowing on in, hoping to add another charge as he gets the pullback for Saksa. Dust not there yet, but finally comes out, and they do manage to get a hold of him. He pops the root and looks to run, but the netting will be there, and there's the finish. Cute little relocate play to try to cut him off from Pi, but they do get their man, and Fata gets his charge.
Yeah, well, he managed to actually heal the top tower to almost full HP. It was on 300, and so MP actually took only one tower on bottom. It's always hard against the Treant Protector.
Oh, yeah.
And right now they need to focus that Ursa and Tiberso in front lines, and pretty much Tinker can do whatever he wants, and it's hard to fight into like 2 or 3 March of the Machines.
Tinker already has that Blink Boots build up and is going to be going straight for the Agnums next. MP kind of have that lineup that does congregate pretty close together here, so the spamming of the laser and the rocket and the march is going to be doing some pretty ridiculous work through MP's side. And I don't know if there's a way they want to specifically prepare for it. It looks like for Envy, he's got the BKB already queued up next. I'm just curious if that's going to be just good enough for him and his team. Like, do you think someone needs to pick up a pipe in addition on the side of MP?
Well, not right now. Maybe a Wisp later on, if he gets enough gold, but I doubt it. It's a position 5 Wisp.
Okay, what's this? It looks like Owie may have been spotted here. Moon and the rest of Thunderbirds are considering an approach up north. Saksa has already spotted out Pi, punches him down, hits the root, but that rooted Wisp actually managed to tether all the way to Owie and somehow manages to live. Steps on off, and now MP could be looking to go for a little bit of a counter swing. But Thunderbirds, very tough, will take their exit without too much trouble.
Fata on the bottom lane just trying to find that Tinker being there already preparing if he wants to blink. That's there he is.
Hi, how you doing? Oh, sees it, cancels it. Even Pi rotates in too.
Radiant's bottom tower
Weehaw eventually does rotate in. It's going to be right behind that tower. And until Fata manages to finish that Orchid, it's tough to get hold of that Weehaw Tinker.
What is there? Ursa finished death, so I mean both teams don't have like a good building hitters.
Oh, top lane, move on in for Moon. Gets ended up with the burrow, and Vata helps hit it home with the power of that long jump. Follow-up should be there from Misery to get some assistance, but turnaround Frostbite's not going to be enough. MP have been waiting for a couple of different counterfights here in the top lane, and they'll finally get one that gets them at least 2 pickoffs.
Yeah, Bloodstone charges are going up. 16 on Storm Spirit, 9 left on Timbersaw because he just died.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Okay, Roche is up and MP has eyes on it with that extra Ogre Frost Mage armor. Okay, Bristleback double damage. They might actually go for Roche right now. It's being pinged out by Misery once again.
Yeah, they have wards all around
Radiant's
that pit
top
at the
tower
moment,
is
so
under
it shouldn't be
attack.
too hard to read what MP are going to be up to here.
They don't have
TBirds
enough
are
time to
over
get
on the
there.
other side, but yeah, as you said, they smoke up and they're going to be heading over, but with the crest, with the double damage and all those stacks coming in, they're doing it really fast, and they're going to be able to get it down. Misery's already out in front. He'll pay the price for being the one in the front row. He goes down. The follow for Saksa could be next. He's able to get off the roots and step back and away, but Weeha starts dishing out the March and the lasers. Owie's in a lot of trouble and does end up going down. Ripped apart from Resolution. The rest of them try to scoot away, but the rockets continue to fly. Envy could be next here as he runs down to the low ground to make it out from trouble.
Blink is ready.
They move in with the blink and start
Miss,
hitting it home.
miss.
Oh
What?
my god, are you kidding me? Solar Crest and Bristleback. He makes it to the high ground and to the shrine.
Dire's
Yeah,
bottom
that's
tower is under attack.
that's balanced.
Just a swipe in the air right at the spiky back
Dire's
of
middle
Envy.
tower
He
is under
somehow,
attack.
some way makes it back home. It's a cost though for MP to be able to move in at that Aegis. Do you think that for what happened, it was worth Thunderbirds to interfere?
Yeah, they still did a good job. I mean, it's Aegis on Storm Spirit, good laser from Tinker, so Storm didn't do any damage to the Treant Protector. Also big overgrowth from Treant, and you can't fight when overgrowth is ready, and if you don't have eyes on Tinker.
Move for Mojo. Mojo's got that second mobility tool though in the Force Staff that allows him to slide away from potential trouble. And
There is Orchid finished on Storm Spirit, so he can pretty much solo kill anyone right now.
And sweet.
Timbersaw going to build that Lotus Orb to just remove it, get some extra armor. And
I'll take your
yeah, Tinker might need
Radiant's
like one
top
defensive
tower is
item.
under
Okay,
attack.
it seems like he had his Hex queued up. Good choice.
BKB is also coming out for others here, as some more defensive tools are going to be a bit necessary in this one. And for Owie, also a Force Staff. Force Staff has been one hell of a support item. I mean, it's easy to throw things on the Solar Crest for being amazing, but Force Staff has been also a super valuable tool I've seen through this qualifier.
No, well, Force Staff has been one of also my favorite items
Yeah.
since it came out. Probably, you can do so much with it. Also, one on Sanking also finished. If you check the Sanking's item progression, he had like 12-minute mana boots, blink dagger, and he only managed to farm a Force Staff. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
has some gold, yeah, but still, if you think about it, like.
He had a super hot start, of course, and then unfortunately things had to plateau a bit. When you're trying to get someone else to kind of bring in another, set of heavy-hitting damage, you had Envy, who still was just trailing a little bit from the start, so he had some recovery farm to go through, and then Fata, wanted to finishing out the Bloodstone and now picking up the Orchid. Emesis had to put his momentum on pause, it would appear, but they are going to be able to get right back into another kill as they catch out the tree and take down Saksa. Good pick for MSS.
They see Storm Spirit.
Moving in, Fata trying to go for the pullback play. Moon, though, able to shrug off that silence with the Lotus Orb, and he gets the finish for Pi, and now it's going to be Fata in a bit of trouble. We, though, short on mana, can't continue to pursue. Fata's going to be able to make it away from further trouble.
Now, once he gets level 20 on that Tinker, 75 cast range plus extra cast range 220
Dire's
from
top tower is under
Tinker
attack.
on Ether
Radiant's
Lens,
bottom tower is under
he's gonna
attack.
just stay far behind.
Oh, yeah. This Tinker is just going to be evolving into being a big problem here. BKB's utmost importance. What's the BKB report? I think Envy has his done. It looks like that's en route now. And Fata has just queued his up, but he's got about 2,200 gold towards that direction. And it looks like they would like to take a fight in hopes of getting there a bit faster. Immediate jump in to go for Misery. as he has been spotted looking to go under those wards. He does manage to live. He has the Glimmer Cape, and they're turning it around. Fata tries to make it back, but he jumps right into the root of Saksa there. He's going to be losing his Aegis. MP, though, sticking around, looking for a Fata jumps right in and gets that finish of Misery and jumps right back out. And that could be when MP consider taking their lead, but they spotted Resolution. He's trapped within the trees. He's going to be forced to BKB TP out.
Aegis was running out pretty soon, so Fata had yeah, double damage in bottle and decided to make a go. Also, they had a good vision on that Crystal Maiden. Also, Crystal Maiden survived because on level 10 she decides to go for 15 magic resistance against Orchid plus 3 and Protector heal as well.
Oh yeah. Stacking that together with the Glimmer, she has a ridiculous amount of durability against the NP lineup.
Stupendous!
That allowed to kind of coax MP into a bit of a longer fight than they were anticipating. That one still favors them, but future situations, it might swing back the way of Thunderbirds here. MSS, by the way, had picked up that pipe. I don't know if that was talked about yet. Mentioning that a bit earlier, it looks like the Wisp is going to be relieved of that duty. And, you know, more defensive measures are going to be made for MP to make sure that Weehaw isn't, you know, a serious force.
Yeah, that's a good pickup by MSS because Tinker is all magical damage besides laser, which is pure, but those rockets really hurt in those team fights. Also, Crystal Maiden, pure magical. The only one who's actually dealing some right-click damage is Ursa.
But he could be kited around if MP have their way. For now is opting to build up into what looks like his Basher. But MP are obviously going to be waiting a little bit longer here. Fata has now finished his BKB. Getting up the extra money, though, for like a buyback situation would be nicer. So just a little bit more timing necessary here for MP before they're going to feel super comfortable. We see Saksa, though, still going around bit deep. He's just helping Thunderbirds keep tabs on the situation.
They have 2 10 seconds BKB on NP's side, which will help against lasers, so they can actually hit something.
Oh. But for now, no one looking to strike right away here. Aoi has that potential into the later part of the game to also offer a lot of right-click damage out, but he also looking to go for a BKB. Still has
those BKBs and pipe on Sanking can really turn the fight around for NP. I mean, the game is pretty even. You see plus 34 gold for net worth for Thunderbirds.
Over here now.
Yeah, it's a little bit. It's nothing to really brag over at the moment.
I'm over here.
Simply MP playing a patient game on building up these defensive items first, and then they're hoping that when they take their next big fight, it will feel like Weehaw's pretty much useless, and all the focus is really on resolution to kind of avoid. So MP are crawling their way back out through their jungle. It looks like they may have spotted where Misery is, and they hit him with a dust as he goes under his Glimmer. This is going to be a free charge for Fata, it looks like, as he picks up that kill too. Now up to 19 charges, they immediately TP towards their lower shrine and begin to head down here.
They want to devour the Envy bought a gem, handed it to Storm Spirit. There is one Glimmer and there's also 3 End Protector, so it's going to be hard for Saksa to actually give any vision for his team.
Thunderbirds are hoping to move in for a Roche. They have about less than a minute before it spawns here. But you're going against a lineup on MP that are very good at defending the Roche or holding the Roche. Storm Spirit, one of the greatest Grand Theft Aegis players in the game. Even Sand King could just hop right into the pit with an Epicenter and make a Hail Mary of a showing. But here comes Thunderbirds. Smoked up and going on the offensive as a team here. First taking the time to scout out what's happening inside the Roche pit, but now could cross paths with MSS. He does manage to blink back, but doesn't go too far. The scoot of the Force Staff, though, puts him up to the high ground, and he will burrow strike away, Looks like they may have been able to avoid some trouble here. Envy says, I might want to fight though. Walks himself right back into action, and Thunderbirds are going to be posturing a bit different. Dive in from Fata, but looks like Thunderbirds step away.
Yeah, they popped the shrine. This shrine is really good when you're fighting next to Roche, but MP used there to get Storm some mana.
Just making up for that jump he had to commit with earlier. But now the Roche is up. It's going to be spotted by Envy, and we're going to see what Thunderbirds want to do about it now. Moon jumping right in, taking immediate care. Oh, what's this? Relocate all the way down to the bottom lane. They've spotted out Weehaw, and they're going to silence him up. Moon steps in now, but it's too late for the save, and he's going to get welcomed with a good burrow strike. Now attempting to make it away. He timber chains on out. Back to the other side. The relocate comes back in. It's Resolution hoping to wait for him. Sox is going to step in, drops down the root, finds good connection, and they pop Pi. Now they're looking for Aoi. He goes down in 2 hard swipes. Fata in the meantime, though, able to get the burst play and the finish onto Misery. Now looks to re-engage him, and Envy will get the finish as they chop down the tree. Sox is going to get dropped. And this is a 3-for-2 trade favoring MP. More charges in the bank for Fata as he's now godlike on this Storm. And we don't stop there. To the mid lane they go. And it looks like they may get the grab on Resolution. There's a Lotus, and they pull each other in for a nice tight hug. Moon looking to assist, already back from the grave. MSS barely able to survive, trying to burrow out and make it away, but the timber chain is not there. MSS manages to blink at the last second. Moon doesn't want to let him go. He wants vengeance from the laning phase, but he can't get it. MSS is able to sidestep the trouble, and it's going to be Moon who has to walk away from the trouble. MP dodging bullets left and right, still taking the stronger fight, but the attention still lies on this Roche pit. Both of them want to get a hold of that Aegis. Envy's still over there. A jump back in once again from Fata. To the high ground he goes. They still surround Envy. His BKB's popped and will be expiring in just a moment.
Yeah, they just focused, both teams focused the supports, Treant Protector Maiden and Wisp on the other side, and Enchantress died, and sadly for Thunderbirds, Tinker as well. Storm needs to be careful right now. I mean, he didn't die even once this game. He has almost enough gold to buy a full Shivas, but with some lucky bashes from Ursa, he can take him down easily.
Yeah, and you can't bank on Pi to be there to just bail you out at that moment. Resolution hits real hard, real fast, as we saw in Aoi in the previous fight, and we're seeing on Roche now. He finds that small window of opportunity to move into the pit, and they're going to take it out. It looks like MP know they can't really do anything about it, and he's now gone. Envy, though, can't help himself to head over to that area and peek on in. Moon will shove him off, and Thunderbirds are going to be able to at least clinch the Aegis for this one.
Radiant's top tower is under
As we look
attack.
over the net worth overall, the gains are in the favor of MP. But Thunderbirds, now with the Aegis, still in pretty good fighting shape here.
Yeah, well, it's only a 3k advantage. They still didn't manage to kill the Storm Spirit with all those roots, especially right now when he has a Black King bar, so they rely so much on Ursa focusing him.
Oh, jump from Fata from high to low ground. Spots out Saxa. Resolution.
And sweet.
Tries to make the move in, but looks like they will not get the catch on the Fata this time. But MP will know Thunderbirds are pushing their way through that top lane, and it's not safe there. So they will probably sack that tier 2 tower and continue to just push out the side lanes where they can.
And this tower should go down easily with the Deso. The Ursa can pretty much push alone. The others don't do damage to the towers.
Top tier 2 will get dropped. Resolution picks up that one and heads out the way. Jump in from Fata, maybe looking to get the pick on his support, gets the silence onto Saksa. They put their focus onto Fata, and he may have to jump out the other way. Now the move in from MSS as he lays down a monster epicenter. The glimmers come out. Resolution will hold on for now, but they already lose 2. Can they bring him down? Misery with a freezing field within the trees will force NP back. Resolution hides within it. They can't finish him off yet. They'll finally get him down. Resolution agents will be forced. MP very weak and wounded all together as a team will step away. But they all survive, and they manage to take down 3 from Thunderbirds and a +1 on the Aegis. And a full 5-man shower. Ooh, it feels so good.
Ooh, this feels good.
It feels so good.
Oh, they're on the bottom searching for Tinker. Okay, he canceled it. Fata, again, with some clutch plays, taking out Treant Protector before he could cast Overgrowth.
I thought it was going to look like a moment there where Fata was almost overextending himself into the fight just to secure that tree takedown. Huge follow-up plays, though, from MSS. Mid lane, oh my goodness, Fata. Careful there. Almost brought down from the power of the Abyssal Blade being flexed by Resolution. Only Pi, though, will be the one to suffer its true power. Fata somehow makes it away with his precious bounty.
Yeah, now with full Abyssal Blade finished on Ursa, he should be more careful. He has Lincoln's queued up, but doesn't have enough gold yet to buy it.
Definitely would be a super helpful tool, but want to hold on to the money for buyback as well before you get ahead of yourself. Just could be another slower period of time for MP, but whether they like it or not, it looks like Thunderbirds are going to go back on the move. Thunderbirds are loose as they smoke up as a team and head all the way down south. No one from MP there at the moment, but they could be potentially heading that direction.
Perpetual motion.
Oh, look at this. And now they are suddenly going to be hanging towards the old secret shop side and coming in a good flanking position. Courier just casually flying up over their heads, but now they make their move in. MSS going to get a good force away from the power Resolution. Fata makes his jump in, looking to go for the quick finish and taking out the Tinker. He gets a Lotus to help, but it's not going to be enough to save him. They finish off the Tinker, and they look to go for Misery next. Fata will eventually get dropped, but he should be back soon within 10 seconds time. Can MP hold T-Birds here long enough for his return? It looks like Moon won't have much of a choice. He's going to be forced to execute himself to make it away. The rest of Thunderbirds frantic to escape. Misery, the self-glimmer, but Fata's now back. He's TPing towards the shrine to help get a hold of anyone who remains. And it only seems to be Resolution who's already out on the other side. Another strong fight for MP, and it looks so good for Thunderbirds. They were the team getting the jump, but Force Staffs, BKBs, Pipes, all there for MP.
There was a good initiation on that Sanking, Hex and Ursa hitting him, but good Force Staff also, and relocate from Io. They managed to take down Fata, but with what did he have, like 23, 24 Bloodstone charges. He was out in 15 seconds. So Tinker needs to be careful. All right, this is what I wanted to suggest, to get a BKB actually. We were actually casting one game that who was playing it? Some Russian guy, Iceberg was it?
Yeah.
That actually managed to win a game by buying a BKB.
I remember way back, Dota 1 Tinker, when you pop BKB, he would transform into like a bigger tank machine. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
And for a brief period of time, you could actually rearm the BKB.
Yeah, it was the Yamate who was playing, the old guy from King Surf.
Right. Yeah, that was just disgusting. So you saw this constant like mecha Tinker coming in the base and then heading back home to refresh all the mana. It was quite disturbing, and
yeah,
obviously something that can't continue.
Patched a few days after that.
Yeah. Here though, a BKB, even though it can't be rearmed, I would agree with you. Essential tool for Weehaw on this one. Immediately jumped and threatened in that last fight. Fata was taken out right away, and yeah, he had a lower death timer, but he didn't even come back in time to help out for the second round. That fight was a lot on the rest of MP on being able to get it done, and all those defensive tools once again. And even Owie, you look at his items, he's got Hurricane Pike done. he will do deceptive amounts of damage in every fight
Yeah.
moving forward.
Yeah, well, he gets also plus 50 damage on level 15. So just by getting there, he has a lot of damage.
Quick relocate towards the top lane, probably hoping to get a hold of that elusive Weehaw
This'll come in
Tinker,
handy.
but
Dire's bottom
he's still
tower is under
staying
attack.
nice and hidden here as Thunderbirds continue to pressure all side lanes as much as possible, preventing MP from feeling comfortable moving past the river.
Bristleback getting close to level 25. I wonder what he's gonna get. Probably a quill stack damage. With Octarine finished, he can just go in, tank up.
Pull back onto Moon here. He's gone. And the possible hunt for Saksa begins. Who's got our gems still? Here's, I don't know, Storm has it. They can't quite spot out where Saksa is, and it seems like he may narrowly escape. But they're still chasing.
It will be a big problem for Saksa right now, especially when the Bloodthorn is finished on Storm Spirit with Shiva. When he goes in with Shiva's Guard popped, he just provides so much vision, and Bloodthorn against Solar Crest, he can just finish him in few hits, and Thunderbirds don't have any save hero. Anything to save him with, yeah.
Yeah, I would be a little troubled here for Thunderbirds. MKB is going to be coming up next for Resolution, a way to deal with that ridiculous Solar Crest we saw earlier. But again, a lot weighing on that shoulder of Resolution. Weehaw's Tinkers brought together a serious amount of impressive net worth and has been making that impact across the map, but MP did itemize pretty appropriately and now have been forcing Tinker into a position where he himself is going to have to take the extra time to farm up that BKB. Or is he changed his mind? He doesn't have the BKB actually queued up anymore.
Yeah, it's a Dagon, so what he actually thinks, if he lives, if he doesn't get focused, he'll deal serious amount of damage, but that's kind of an all-in build.
Where's the party?
Rift Shard in hand for Fata. Him and Envy now wag their way down this mid lane. Confident probably to take any fight here moving forward, unless they're thinking about what Roche could be. 35 seconds actually for it to pop up. So we could be seeing MP just kind of creating that bit of space for them to comfortably move in and get the extra life without too much trouble here from Thunderbirds.
All right, there is Lincoln's for Storm Spirit. What's he gonna drop? Handle gem to someone else.
Gem to Envy. And Fata now has a Lincoln Sphere. So Abyssal, lasers, hexes. Now going to possibly be totally taken down. Long jump for Fata. And the relocate too. Lots of hate on Tinker. And they'll take him out. 80 seconds, no buyback. Time for Roche. And I believe they have that creep now going inside the pit. They'll spot it out. They'll ping it out. And we'll see if Thunderbirds want to spend the money on a Tinker buyback to stop this, or just let it go, or try to fight us for.
He will need to buy back for this.
Moon already spotting it out, throws the chakram within the pit. We'll have to see how MP decide to react once they see a buyback come out, if one does. Actually, they're going to be using Envy to head to the high ground here to force him back. There goes the buyback now. And that's when MP head back down the stairs and up their side. They've popped their pipe and they still have a shrine to walk back on. So Thunderbirds also letting them know they want a part of this Roche.
My game just crashed.
Oh, condolences. We'll look for your return. Still squaring up around the pit. Resolution hops inside and waits for Roche to come back in. And he's nearly halfway dead. Envy's going to head in the pit. Resolution there waiting for him. Scares him back. He's not looking to hit the Roche quite yet. Instead makes his move, looking to go for Envy. And Envy gets bursted apart. With the power of the Abyssal Blade, he gets locked down, and now his buyback is going to be there. Looking to head towards the shrine. Fata jumps in, right back out. MSS finds the space to burrow into the high ground. And Now the Thunderbirds are like, you force a buyback out of us, we'll force a buyback out of you. Roche,
I'm
though,
coming.
the man in the middle, just under half life. MB walks in, he'll see the gem, drops his wand, picks it up, and heads right back out. Very tense here. Now a smoke actually going to be popped here from MP. Look at this. Oh, I think they're thinking about diving in for We. We actually, at that moment, managed to blink back just in time. Now MP converge back towards the Roche pit once again. MP's in there right now. They get a relocate pullback as Moon tries to go for the slicing finish. They'll end up losing Misery on the back line. Jumped in from Vata. Now he looks to re-engage. Resolution, eyes on the prize, is able to burst down the Roche and grab the Aegis for himself. But can MP take the better fight? The back end of the relocate pulls MV in once again. Vata on the high ground, dancing about with Tree, who's going to be stuck up there. MSS able to get off the epicenter with the last bits of his life. Will help get the finish onto Resolution. Resolution now looking to make his return. And that's when Vata moves in for Moon. Owie from the low ground, the impetus strikes and gets the finish. Moon will go down. And now it could be Resolution next. They're going to hit him with the silence. Envy slowing him from the front. A jump in from Sox is going to be there, but he's just so slow. He can't make it in, but he managed to turn onto Envy and get the finish there. That's a dieback for Envy, 2 minutes out. He's looking for Pi. Can he get him too? Pi, though, with the glimmer, a blink in. Hurricane Pike from Owie, though. He has no more mana. He turns back from Vata, moves on for Soxa. They get the finish there, and now they surround Resolution and finally bring him down. What manipulative positioning from NP on that fight to kite around Resolution as much as possible. They'll finally get the better of it. It's a 6-man takedown counting the Aegis, and MP can do a little bit of work now, maybe, onto the base.
So much kiting with all that Bloodthorn, Lincoln Sphere, Force Staff, Spikes, Ghost Scepters, Glimmer Capes. I mean, Ursa couldn't actually hit anyone there.
So much going on. I actually didn't even see at the moment when Weehaw had been brought down. Probably after re-engaging off that jump in the mid lane and getting at the wrong spot. But for now, look at the repercussions from it. MP are going to be able to score the mid lane set of racks. And still, they won't have Resolution for 45 seconds. This is possibly going to be 2 sets. Moon's back now. Him and We might be able to have a say in the matter, but they make their immediate jump for Misery, and they'll be able to bring him down. Moon sets up the double chakram, but here come the Force Staffs, so they look to scoot away. Weehaw begins the laser play. Owie steps in with a BKB. Not much mana to work with, but that's when they make their strike for Moon. Moon going to be forced to step away. Vata jumping in and out and back again. Manages to make it out from trouble. Moon, though, has his eyes looking to go for Pi. A sheep is there, and they'll burst him apart. Double kill for Moon. And the rest of MP are trying to get away. Owie, no TP will be there. They managed to catch him and sheep him down.
Oh! Yeah, they only actually lost mid-rack, so they're still in this game. Fata is getting out of items, actually a region and a double damage. Big jump.
Whoa! Long jump coming out from Vata. And, well, he punches Moon pretty hard. Forces him back, but not enough for a finish. But he's got the regen, so why not?
Everyone is so rich with those Lotus Orbs, Force Staffs, Glimmer Caves. These fights last
forever.
Super long.
And they're a mouthful to cast. You can't even I can't even keep up with who's Lotus and Force and where on who. It's a shit show of a fight, and I can only imagine if it's crazy for me, it's probably even crazier for the players. Here, though, look at this. It's Thunderbirds back on the offensive here. They still have a tier 2 to work through in the mid lane. Envy, though, trading up a bit with Resolution and company, finds himself getting hit with the Abyssal Blade, but not too much extra damage is going to be there. And now he dishes out the goo slowly. Space will be created enough for Thunderbirds to get the finish on that tier 2. Long jump from Vata. He's just clearing out the wave. Comes right back home. And that will be the exit of Thunderbirds, it looks like.
When is the next Roche? Oh, it's not gonna be up pretty soon. Sorry, I was disconnected. I didn't see the fight.
Oh, it's okay. We saw Thunderbirds able to pressure their way down the mid lane a bit. They get the extra tower for themselves. Still looking at a pretty heavy-handed MP kind of a game, but this one's certainly not over. Just our first game of the day is going to be a what's looking like an hour-long doozy already.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Final
attack.
tier 2 here for MP, going to be taken down, it looks like, for TBirds. It is still MP's advantage as far as structural damage, as they've been able to kind of creep in and take those Raxes down. So this mid lane is going to continue to feel pressure on the side of TBirds. Weehaw will always have to step back like this and make sure he can keep it a bit relieved.
Yeah, there are a few big items right now. Again, on the side of NP, there is a full Skadi on Enchantress, just to extra slow down that Ursa so he can't maneuver in fights.
That's actually pretty crazy. Extra stats, more right click. And Owie been suffering a little bit in mana on those previous fights too. That Skadi will help a lot with that. TBirds though, still postured up pretty far forward here. Every time Weehaw tries to teleport a little further in these lanes, almost finds himself in a bit of trouble from MP. And it's just still TBirds kind of corralling NP a bit, playing with that high ground advantage they have over here.
Yeah, I expect the next fight to actually be at the Roche Pit again. Both teams don't want to rush anything. I mean, Ursa is 6 slotted. He doesn't get much bigger than this. He can swap Deso by Shard, by Refresher. Storm already has his Shard finished, and he's going to
jump in. Abyssal Strike for Envy. 1 force, 2 force, and he's already in another dimension, stuck on the high ground, it would appear. They get him with the Hex. Have they forced Envy into a tougher spot than he'd like to be? He can't seem to participate in this fight at all. He's stuck on the side, so it's going to be TBirds feeling more confident for this fight. Envy will manage to TP out and make it to a safer spot. TBirds now going to be shoved back a bit. Here comes the Epi Strike onto Moon from MSS, and that will allow them to get the finish onto the Timbersaw. Follow-up play to the high ground, looking to get a hold of Weehaw, and he's done for. The silences and the lockdown beginning to be a bit too much here for the T-Birds, and it seems like Captain Misery will be their next victim. 3 to go down. MP hold their line.
Again, 5-man shower. With all these Lotus Orbs and with Io right now, plus 20 health region, he can just keep this Storm alive pretty much all the time. They don't have anything to burst him with besides the Ursa.
Oh, Ursa floating around the Roche Pit, gets spotted out. Fata just quickly jumps, and between him and Owie's damage from so far away, they're going to get it done, and 1 by 1. Moon, who had been pressuring out that mid lane, has to step off. It's just such a scary point for TBirds. I mean, when the Storm Spirit gets this late into the game, it feels like he could jump onto you from anywhere on the map.
He almost has 3k mana pool move. Oh, he needs to be careful, no buyback
on him. Looking to get a hold of Moon. Moon! The last moments of his Lotus Orb and using the bits of the Shrine is not going to be good enough this time. He's out over 100 seconds now without a buyback.
Time to get some shrines.
Was the buyback just forced out there?
Yeah,
From
yeah.
Rezo,
Yeah, Rezo bought back and did the Tinker buyback. No. But this was really a questionable buyback from Timber, so they already catch a Tinker there, and he buy back and didn't do anything pretty much. Was also out of the position on that mid lane. Could have gotten him there before as well. Yeah.
Doesn't seem like MP are going to keep moving forward though, and thankfully for Moon, unless he's going to be needed within a minute's time. Weehaw, got to be careful, man. He is trying desperately to push out these mid lanes, but the second he shows himself, you see the pings fly out from MP, and I'm ready any moment for Fata to just decide to dive on in and go for the kill. MP, he quickly walks into 3 and gets mugged. Okay.
Well, Envy is tanky if Bristleback is not focusing him. He can tank a lot with those Octarine core, extra armor, BKB, quill sprays.
Pi is in trouble. Duke back it in again, and then there's the root. Oh. And now he's glimmered. He's hiding on the other side, but look at Fata going back in again. Super deep. Gets the finish onto Wii when no one knows where the hell he is. Fata does, and he jumps right in for it. And now the Tinker is gone. Moon's still out of this one. Envy buys back and says, this is our Rosh, and we're going to be taking it.
Yeah, they bought back on Envy. Envy will pick up Aegis, probably. Might give it to Fata if they want to like switch something, but he's already full slotted, so pretty much not
Envy.
needed.
Use the buyback. He'll have that extra life now, and NP could now consider moving in for closure. 33 charges on Fata Storm Spirit this game, 17-1 and 13. This guy's doing a hell of a job already for game 1.
He's doing all right. 17-1, 33 Bloodstone charges.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He's just all right. You're a hard critic, aren't you?
Nah, Fata is playing out of his mind this game.
And tier 1
Radiant
will finally go
structures are
down.
fortified.
Frickin' Treant Protector. Been nursing that tower for so long. Finally, his baby will get taken away and has the tier 2 now to worry about for him. Oh, relocate all the way down for the bottom lane for Wii, and he's forced to deny just like that. Oh my god. Nowhere is safe for Wii. And now, top lane, Moon. Feeling a bit rambunctious. He's got to be careful here. He's still slowed a bit. That goo. And he'll make it away, it looks like. Oi, oi, oi. Tough one for Thunderbirds.
We see a lot of Bristlebacks, but we still haven't seen
Radiant's
the
top tower is
Aghanim
under
Scepter
attack.
Bristol.
Maybe if it was an Alchemist kind of a game, but yeah, I don't know. It looks like AC is probably a more worthy pickup in a game like this, while massive amounts of snot and congestion just isn't cool.
Radiant's
Jump
top
in for
tower
Moon
is
here.
under
He's trying to shred apart Envy, or at least soften him up as best he can. Envy, remember, does have that Aegis and the
Radiant
extra life. This is
structures
MP
are
looking to move
fortified.
in for the second
Radiant's
set of
bottom
racks in
barracks
hopes
are
of
under
walking away
attack.
with the game 1 victory of this best of 3. And Fata's also returned.
Radiant
First rack's going to be going down. Move in made from Moon briefly. No hard commitments yet. MSS still waiting on the outside. Resolution says it's now or never. Committing on in. First 4 staff to get Envy to the low ground, and now a Lotus Glimmer Cape will also be there.
It seems like at this moment Thunderbirds really can't do anything. They'll just chop it really slowly. Okay, there's a tier 2 tower on top. It's time to go there.
Thunderbirds, any chance of maybe making a play outside the base? They're already heading that direction in hopes of maybe cutting off MP as they approach. Zaxa already heading far on down. Weehaw dishing out the marches to make this a longer process if possible. But MP already here. Here comes Moon. Frostbite. MSS, though, charging up the epicenter. Couldn't think about moving in. Gets the catch onto Moon. Fata spots out Misery and takes him out again. Moon, frantic to run away. The chase is still there. Weehaw right next to him, trying to help with the laser as much as possible, but Moon's going to be gone out of this one without a buyback. Buyback forced out from Misery, re-engaging into the fight. Weehaw, Impetus is flying out from Owie. He's getting the overpower from Pi, and now Pi's going to be joining the side of Fata. Cheese eaten, and he gets his life right back. Owie doing so much work from the back lines. Weehaw and Moon out of this one for Thunderbirds. They'll have to defend his 3, it looks like.
Radiant's top
And I
tower
don't think
is
they're
full.
going to be able to do it. This one looks all but over for MP. And now Zaxa being taken out with pretty much no say in the matter could make it the white flag. And there it is. Misery calls this one. Congratulations. It's MP
Radiant's
take
top
game number
tower
1
is
of this
under
best of
attack.
3.
Radiant's
Yeah,
top
this
tower
Storm
is
Spirit
full.
really got out of
Dire
control.
victory.
Some really clutch saves from Wisp, and well, they can sustain so much with Wisp Bottle, that extra region from Talents, also heal from Enchantress. Well, Bristleback was in the front lines, dying a lot, but Storm Spirit just caught Tinker too many times. No defensive item, no defensive hero.
Yep.
On side of Thunderbirds. That Storm Spirit really MVP this game, I say.
MP played really well just overall. Remember the start, MSS, it was a ridiculous Sand King performance, and then things slowed down a bit. And it could have been that period where MP just recognized, like, okay, guys, the Tinker's getting pretty big. Why don't we take this moment of time to just build up what we can and prepare defensively? And then all these forces showed up, Glimmer Capes, Lotus Orbs, and we have, I don't want to say became a non-factor, but his potential certainly just began to plummet. So got to give a lot of credit to MP on this one. They played it very methodically, and it earns them the win. We're not done yet. We're going to cut to a small break, and we'll come back for Game 2 action. I'm Dakota, and that's Lacoste. See you soon for more Summit 7 American Qualifier action.